Yeah, with all due respect and honesty, I was trying to get this video up as soon as I can, but I couldn't find what's probleming the microphone. As you can see, it's already fixed. But I was trying to find the problem with the microphone, and by the time I was finished, there was another banger of a news. Even a blind person can see that one coming. Now, I don't know about you, but when we naturalized a player, there was extensive conversation about who you were, where you came from, what bloodline that suggests that you were part of this nation. For example, Martin Pais was a believer that was born in Kudus, or was it Kendal? It was somewhere in the central Java region. Another example, Verdonk father was Aceh descent. Romani was Medan descent. J. Itzes had both Jakarta and Semarang descent. So some of our best players, hell, all of our players had clear and distinct natural lineages. And if that wasn't believable enough, he'll tell you stories of their grandfather or grandmother continuously talking, disciplining them, and giving food that was more or less Indonesian food. For example, Jay Itzes always talked about his grandmother called him monkey, monyet. And obviously there's another clear example. It was Jordi Amat, who was a prince. See, like, I get that one twat who kept telling that we're just Dutch descent, but at least we have clear Indonesian blood, and we can offer them a place in the national team. You have Indonesian blood through your grandfather, your grandmother, or Indonesian born blood, like just in case of Martin Pais. And that's why, in my opinion, we had clear, identifiable lines, lineages. If you see this player wanted to represent us, you can literally just start tracing why. The why did you think he's eligible for the national team? And if he is eligible, then come in. See the difference? Clear documents with clear cultural influence and clear, what do you call it? Relatability to some. We're no different than the ones that are born here, than the ones that are born, say, in the Netherlands. I know some of our opponents, especially Vietnam, which, fun fact, kudos to them for reaching the AFC Asian Cup. I knew you guys are gonna say barely broke a sweat, and I guess you're right. But hey, congratulations to them, of course, and Singapore for making it to the AFC Asian Cup from an Indonesian. But apart from that, if you wanted to naturalize players, you gotta take a little extra effort, like for Thailand, for example. Jude Susapel, I know him. He's let's just say, I knew from FM. That's just what I say, I'm an FM connoisseur, and I knew his name. I didn't know he can represent Thailand, though. But kudos to the Thailand FA for able to pull that off. I think it's quite clear that Thailand, being, the center of tourism and whatnot, clearly able to use that ball to bring in naturalized players, which is, perfectly fine by my opinion. Same goes with the Philippines, because again, clear, clear, traceable documents about who you are and where you came from, or at least where your claim of citizenship came from. And that's, I guess, what's the difference here. Like, it doesn't take a genius to find out that Facundo Gonzalez and whatever, who came from Argentina, somehow have Malaysian ancestry.
What?
So, yeah. Obviously, that sort of thing definitively should not and will not have slide with the AFC. And as you could see probably from the picture I recently gave to you, they got punished. fatally. As in, look at the table. Vietnam is through, and Malaysia is guaranteed eliminated. So, a lesson to everyone else, don't cheat. But Adrian, buddy, what about the Indonesian National Team? We haven't heard anything about it from you. True. That's because I actually made a video about it, but the microphone kept fucking up, like I stated in the start of the video. But yeah, you don't need to tell me. We have the first Garuda calling. We have a look of Kelme, which apparently was suited for the AFC conditions. I don't know what that meant, but I'm optimistic. Or at least chose to be optimistic. Because again, this is a coach who took Canada to the World Cup here. We have to show some sort of willingness, some sort of, optimism. It's not him again, he who I shall not name. It's not him that's taking the helm here. It's Mr. Herdmann. And obviously the Garuda calling isn't final, so to say. There were obviously going to be cuts and whatnot. I think I'll update you in the near future. If you are curious about the game time, it's the 27th of March and the 30th of March. Guaranteed. Who we'll be facing up with, that's up to him. But in my opinion, Mr. Herdmann has 1 year to work with what he had, add a little bit more, but establish that core to start progressing to the AFC Asian Cup. And there is a secondary objective of his, which was to win the AFF Cup, which is going to take place in August this year. If he can win that, I assure you, his popularity is certain, is confirmed, will not be removed. In a sense, he will restore the trust of the Indonesians towards its national team again. And I think that's a lot more important than people give it credit to, but failure on that isn't going to necessarily tank his reputation or credibility. And no, he's not going to get fired because he failed in AFF. Our goal is the AFC Cup. How far? I don't know. But it was already clear that our priorities are the AFC Cup next year, and we're going to stick to it. So that's it for today. I know you guys are going to want more, obviously, and in time I'll give you more. But for now, I think we established more or less what is going on here, what is going to happen, and etc. etc. Personally speaking, it is what it is. Can't complain. Oh, and personally, I don't want to go to the World Cup. Even if we were to be chosen to represent in the World Cup, I think it's best that we not participate because of the amount of insanity in the World Cup. Obviously, there's politics problems and whatnot. I assure you, as an Indonesian, I don't want to go to the World Cup. Too messy, too chaotic. Like, not even Russia and Qatar was this bad. At least they had the decency to keep their problems under the hood. So, yeah, that's it for me. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much for watching this video. Like, share, and subscribe. It'll help out tremendously. And I'll be making another video in a near distant future because I think in 4 days' time, there's going to be 8, maybe 2 days' time. I don't know. But 8 is coming around the corner. I may not be making any videos. I'll try if I can, obviously. But apart from that, again, thank you very much for your time. I hope you like what you see. Like, share, and subscribe. It'll help immensely. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.